Okay, welcome back. It's time to find out what exactly is going on down there in the Underdark. We've got one very angry tree man, as well as one generally rational halfling. And, you know, there's a black hole in the sky. So, meanwhile...
Generally rational. All right.
Anticlimactic. Let's do this.
It is Monday night, which means it's time again for Too Many Warlocks. I, as always, am your benevolent Dungeon Master Puck, and I am joined today by Too Many Warlocks split into teams.
Yes, because you know what they say, always split the parties.
Oh, and we split
Damn
it
it,
one
we were
half
so
and the
close.
other half.
Yeah, it's nicely divided in the middle.
We totally did that on purpose.
Absolutely.
Following all the rules, we have split the team, and we're still following the buddy system.
Joining me today, starting with Team Gen, featuring the partially necromantic Mr. Penn and Guy. Also joining us is controlled substance enthusiast Gibby Tomps. Also joining us on the other side, we have Team Kithri.
Not as bad as I thought it'd be.
I had to think very carefully. Featuring the fine wood-plated gentleman, like a fine '80s sedan, Mr. Richard Bennett, and the ever optimistic Miss Kithri. When last we left our heroes, the party split up because, you know, that was the best option. Richard had to get to the Underdark to rescue Romla. I don't know why I put an S on the end of it. Had to go down to rescue Romla, who was a drow woman who had helped him get his freedom from the Underdark. Only to find that their house is in ruins and there are driders lurking about, ready to pounce. Meanwhile, back on the surface, Penn and Guy are hanging out by the cart, staring at this enormous black sphere in the sky, suspended where once the Black Cherry carried Team Mom. And Penn has taken it upon himself to destroy the enthralled undead legions staring at this thing, picking them off one by one.
And I'm just moving the cart so it stays out of the shade of the giant black ball of death.
Just like
and sitting on the roof
here
with the gargoyles.
Yeah, hanging out. Occasionally you throw a rock at it.
Yeah.
So we'll pick up with Richard and Kithri, who I will scene change. Do. Oh, wait, wrong scene. Scene change. There we are. So you guys have been collecting the letter in this ruin, only to have yourselves confronted by this raggedy, misshapen-looking drider. This kind of appeared from around the corner. And hasn't quite seen you yet. It's just kind of lurking about, rifling through. Piles of rubble and different things. And Richard, you can fairly quickly identify this as this used to be someone who lived in this house. But they've clearly been corrupted.
So if the sword isn't already drawn, it just drops into the hand.
Okay.
I'm about to do the complete, and I just place it on the ground and I just start walking towards the Drider. So you have that scraping sound against the pavement.
All right.
I will use Awakened Mind and to Richard go, do you recognize them?
A bit. After this, it's hard to tell exactly who they were. Or they lived here. Let's see if we can get some info.
So I'm pretty much just going to walk directly to the Drider.
Okay. It's kind of crouched to the side, rooting through things.
Oh no.
Just kind of like, it hasn't activated yet, which is a surprise. But just the Fae-ness is beginning to show in Richard. And a terrifying smile just kind of spreads across his face. Just,
hey, remember me?
And it turns around and hisses. You're not welcome in this house.
I'll take that as a yes.
is it the Drider? Is it male or female?
It is male.
All right. Yeah, I have no qualms about. I have. No. I think he had just about the exact same amount of qualms about this. So I stab him in the foot.
Okay. Give me that swing.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I'm surprised you haven't tried to stop me yet.
Oh no.
Deeply surprised.
The quick spider legs are
Bam! Again.
All right. So that second one, you get a beat on him,
Kind
and
of more like a warning swing than a directly shove it into one of the legs.
okay. You take the swing, and you take some damage. He cries out in pain, and we're in initiative.
Awesome. My computer is freaking out and won't open Roll20 right now.
Excellent.
I'm trying to see if I can open it somewhere else.
You know, this is a welcome surprise. I have not had decent initiative for ages.
Puck, you should be able to run her sheet if
Yeah, I
it's
can
going
roll
to be a
for
couple
her,
minutes before she's up. Yeah,
just so we have it in the setup.
she can still say what
Yeah.
she's doing, and then you just click the buttons. It's all random number generators anyway, right?
Yeah.
Dice luck isn't real.
Dice luck
I'm
isn't
sorry,
real.
I said that. I didn't mean it.
That's not
At least
Definitely
not
not
with
real
digital
this.
dice. Oh no.
heresy.
My.
I think I rolled all my 1s, 2s, and 3s last night, so I should be fine.
Oh yeah, you'll be all right.
Of course, I say that every night. But
You're not even. You're so
Oh, no,
far
I
away.
know.
You're having a picnic.
I'm going to fail my picnic roll. Watch me fall off the carriage.
All right, so yeah, Kithri's rolling a whole 9. All right, let's see how Mr. Drider's doing. And now that you've kind of faced it down, you know that this is Renfield, the older brother of Ramla. And he was kind of a sniveling, conniving guy the last time you saw him. And it appears that since the house has fallen, he's been corrupted into a Drider.
Thank you, because I definitely wrote all of this down. And have just forgotten it somehow.
All right, and so he's got a 16, so he's going to go before you. And he's going to go ahead and bite you. But he only gets a... What is that, a bonus to? Yeah, he gets 11.
Aha! For once I'm safe.
He tries to bite you again, and he gets a 13.
Yeah, that goes through.
Okay, so he bites you the second time. All right, so you take 1d4 piercing damage from the bite. That's 2. And then you take some poison. And the poison damage is 15.
Jesus Christ.
And then he screeches and attempts to scamper down the hall.
I'm just kind of gonna... I haven't removed my sword from his leg. I'm just gonna kind of twist it slightly. Or he immediately just...
Well, you can make a roll for me if you... he's going to try and kick it loose. Like, you're not stuck to him. It's not a hold.
No,
Yeah.
but it's been shoved through. What do I need to roll?
Give me another attack roll to add some more damage to it.
Yeah, that's not great.
No. He manages to shake you loose, so there is a bit of a trail of blood behind it as he scampers down the hall.
What does scamper mean? I just need this to be clear.
Like a spider.
You know the sound. Yeah, your favorite sound.
All
All right. Now we're up to Richard.
Yes. I'm just gonna kind of look at Kithri. I probably shouldn't have stabbed him first. Anyways. And I'm just gonna kind of rush after him.
All right.
Because...
All right.
there we go.
Yeah, no, he didn't get that far, so you can definitely chase after him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to attack him again.
All right.
And then again.
Oof.
What is up with my dice today?
You cannot find purchase with your weapon in this chitinous form. So he hisses at you, kind of kicks out his legs, and tries to just make some spidery swings at you. That's a better number. He gets 21.
I don't know if that hits.
But it's only 2 damage. Then he kicks you again. That's a little bit less. He gets a 13. Is that a miss?
No, go on.
Okay.
13 hit last time. It's
Okay.
not
Oh, did it?
gonna change something.
I completely forgot. And the second kick is 5 damage. And then he attempts to scamper away even further. He says, "You're not welcome in this house. You've already destroyed us." And he tries to leave further, but you get an opportunity to attack as he leaves your range.
Yeah. Really just want to know where she is.
Oh, you catch him with that one.
Yeah, and I'm not letting him get away completely.
Okay.
Because, yeah. So get ready for Fairy Smite. Which is, how many is this? 3d8s?
Plus another d8.
Oh no, it's 4d8s.
Yeah, depending on which spell slot you're using.
I only have
We're warlocks. We don't have a choice.
Oh, all right then. Yeah, right. Whew. All right, so yeah, you hit him with another smite, and a massive chunk of damage is carved out of him. And he is knocked prone. So he's knocked onto his back, and the legs are kicking. And it's Kithri's go.
Cool. And my character sheet's back up.
There we go.
So I guess Richard, wait up, and I'm going to use my armor of shadows, so I have mage armor.
Okay.
That takes my action.
I
An invocation.
believe Armor of Shadows does. I don't think it's a bonus.
Most invocations are an action. I'm not 100%
Yeah.
sure though.
So I will move up as close as I can get with my short little legs. Yep, that's
That's where you're at?
it.
All right. So he's on his
Everything else
back.
is in action.
He's on his back kicking, and we go back into Richard's turn.
Cool. I'm gonna back up just ever so slightly.
Okay.
Was that an act of self-preservation?
Yeah, don't get used to it. And I'm gonna fire off 2 fairy blasts
Okay.
at 16 and 17, which apparently don't make purchase.
No, they do not. So Renfield is kicking at the ground. He's trying to right himself, and it's back to Kithri's go.
Are we killing or talking?
We'll see where the day takes us.
Yay. I don't think this will work, but I'm going to try casting Hold Person on that.
Okay. What is technically a person?
A humanoid, so...
Yeah, well, I mean... All right.
Close enough.
Yeah, a portion of it is humanoid.
Stop moving!
Okay, stop moving! Stop it! All right, let's see if Renfield can avoid this with his boundless wisdom. No! Absolutely not. All right, so Renfield is held just as he pulls himself back onto his spidery legs.
We can talk to him for a short amount of time.
All right.
Please leave us. You've already destroyed our house.
I'm pretty sure I did fuck all, but we'll talk about that.
It was you.
Well, we're just looking for someone.
You spread your weakness to our sister.
Oh no, weakness doesn't really seem to be the word here. Done a pretty good job kicking your ass.
Scowls still held.
So, where is Ramla?
They took her
Where?
for re-education. You should know by now.
Do you know where it is that he's saying they took her?
Do I?
Okay, so you don't, because of where you were, you pick up some things being a slave. You don't get a firm grasp of how the hierarchy functions, but you get an idea when people disappear and then there's talks and whispers. Generally, in situations like this, when a house has fallen out of favor, because of their station, the males are left behind to be corrupted. However, the females, they are taken to see if they can still be of some use to Lulf. Because, of course, the Underdark, you never really want to throw anything away. Resources are limited.
Reduce, reuse, reanimate.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, they're generally taken for either re-education or to be brought into as supplicants, Drider priests, these kind of things.
Cool. I'm going to give Kithri the Cliff Notes version of this.
The Underdark is a shitty place and you don't want to get caught for stuff.
Great. Let's minimize our time here.
Yeah.
Leave this house. Leave me in my torment.
God damn it, what was his name again?
Renfield.
Thank you. Renfield, I'm going to give you one very quick option, and it's not something I'm very happy I'm doing. Would you rather be put out of your misery?
He kind of I mean, as much as he can in the hold person, he kind of stiffens up. I do not need to be put out of my misery.
What life is there left for you?
Our house will find glory again.
You know, if you ever want to fight a lich...
K3, let's go.
Okay.
And I just set a small fire right behind us.
The building is mostly stone. As a reminder. But
Never mind. I try to find a tapestry. Or a very small carpet.
there's various piles of rubble all over the place, but most of the buildings in this area are carved out of like stalactites and stalagmites and things.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
But you're certainly welcome to light up any portion of things if you wish.
Yeah, no, I kind of walk over to Renfield and set him on fire. Then I leave.
Okay, not an ally.
Well, not anymore. That ship has sailed. All right. So you make your way out of the house. Renfield screams inside once the hold person is removed. And you guys don't get to know what happens next. There's just like a scream inside. We will find you! When we find glory again, we will track you down. And it echoes out.
You know, maybe we want to minimize how many enemies we make down here. Just saying.
Renfield is a sniveling coward. The idea that he'd ever help against a lich is laughable at best.
Sure, but you know, maybe like not clearly antagonizing the person who already doesn't like you. But anyhow, so...
That's just how it's done down here.
Ramla.
Yeah, Ramla.
Are we like breaking into a stronghold now? Because that seems...
Yeah, we're gonna do some crazy shit.
Cool.
So, Richard, from your time down here, you do know of a place that you can go to get more information. It's in some of the fringe sections of Menzoberranzan, but you know the neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, it's where you buy eggs and
Yeah, you know.
spider bread.
And spider eggs and spider bread, and I mean everything is spiders. It's not a good place. But you know you'll likely have to put up some kind of front.
Yeah. So, yeah. So Fey Presence activates.
Okay.
Almost a damn catchphrase at this point.
Before we go jumping too much in, how are you doing there, buddy? Like, you need to take a rest?
How long does it take to get to the fringe areas?
You can duck down there. I mean, from here, it's a little bit of a journey, and you guys can't really use the main roads.
I mean, in time.
In time?
Yes.
A couple hours in the route that you'll have to take.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Thank you, Ring of Regeneration.
Cool, great, okay.
All right. So you guys have to use back roads, kind of back alleys. Careful to keep yourselves unseen. You're just as likely to be captured as slaves in this area. This is not a friendly city to be hanging out in. Especially if you're not a drow of high birth.
Yeah,
I
you might
will.
wanna
I will
keep your head
take
down.
a second to just kind of using the disguise kit, just kind of like try and make myself as dark, like blend in with the stone and shadows as possible.
All right. Give me a performance check on that disguise kit.
Or just use the disguise kit?
Use the disguise kit. I don't know. Does it have a stat attached to it already? Okay.
Yeah, because I'm proficient in it. So.
Oh, well then. Yeah, so you do pretty good. You put on a solid disguise.
Yeah.
All right. You guys move about. and you do notice, moving through the sections of the city that you're moving through, give me a perception check. Oof. Richard, you are noticing something. It's not uncommon for drow to have basically demonic familiars or demonic attendants that they tend to walk around with. Those are noticeably suspiciously absent here. In fact, nobody has one. Even people that you can clearly discern are high mages or high warlocks within this society don't have them right now.
Something's off. More so than it usually is here.
Yeah, there's no demons in Menzo Baranzan. Something's weird.
Maybe they've gotten nicer?
I'm just gonna kind of look at Kithri dead in the eyes for like 3 full seconds of just.
Okay.
Hard no. All right. And eventually you guys kind of get to the neighborhood that you're looking for. Give me one moment, because we're going to go swing over and check in with Penn and Guy. So, Penn.
Do you really want to party?
Eldritch blast, Eldritch blast, Eldritch blast, Eldritch blast. And you're all caught up.
Yeah, we're all caught up there. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, so, I mean, have you gone off of the mountaintop at this point? Because eventually you would run out of the top, and
I mean, yeah, I'm going whenever I feel like I can't find anymore, I just flip back into the ethereal, look at where all the cables were, or all the links, and then kind of head off into a new area. And just, I fired off so many Eldritch blasts at this point.
I'm just following him with the carriage and the horse.
Okay.
No help at all.
Yeah,
hammered by this point, just hammered.
The carriage is.
Yeah, I'm so drunk the horse is staggering. That's
no, it's all over. You're pulling there. Yeah. So, Penn, you've noticed that the forest fire has burnt itself out at this point. It's so large. Oh, there's this large, devastated, burnt patch in the middle of the forest.
Effective.
There's like charred remains throughout.
Yep.
And then, of course, there's the verdant forests around it. Which areas are you going to explore next?
I guess I'll start with places that aren't burnt, because that's where things aren't gonna have been killed by it already. So,
okay.
I guess verdant forest, and it would at some point. I'm getting as tired as one can be casting just cantrips all day, but I'm literally gonna kind of like look behind me at Biggie, who I'm sure is ragingly drunk as he has said, and I'm just gonna be like, this is really easy to do. If you have a hammer, I'm just saying. We stayed for a reason.
Far too impaired to be trusted with this, and I'll start waving my hammer around.
You don't have any offensive spells. You have this, and I just fire off another one.
I'm offensive in other ways, eh?
So, you could, with this.
I make some bugs. I cast infestation on a tree.
They like cling to it and climb up.
Anything else?
I could do it to another tree.
And I'm thinking back, and I'm like thinking like way back, and there's this moment of like, you know, like you can fight, right? I've only seen you use your hammer and infestation. Like you're a warlock. You know other spells, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. But they're all dead. All
What's
my
up?
other spells go in their head, and when they're dead, I can't get in their head, eh?
So you don't know any damage. You can't.
I am fucking useless. That's why I'm drunk, eh? I'm not irresponsible. I'm just useless.
But why did you? Actually, this is a good question for Puck, just so I know. As a warlock, I know we don't necessarily have a lot of choice in our spells.
Right.
But, like, would he have had any say in this at all, or is this just the card he was dealt?
You get the impression that Guy has a very specific set of skills.
And he picked them all
that this is
very
way
intentionally.
way outside of what he normally does.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wouldn't say useless, but yes, in this one instance, your use is, I guess, keeping me company.
Less. I could run them over with the cart, eh?
You could do that. That would also get the job. It's really not much left to be done here. This is kind of just the picking up the pieces bit. So,
Okay, probably you should stand back. Giddy up, pony! And I try and run down some dead people.
yeah, I'd hop back.
All right. Are you still riding in the cart, or are you going out and Eldritch blasting somewhere?
I was never in the cart. I was walking ahead.
You're just walking ahead, and he's following you.
Yeah, so at this point, I just kind of step aside, and I'd maybe go Eldritch blast some off to the side while he does what he's about to do.
All right. So you're Eldritch blasting away. He's riding the cart, running down people as much as
Calgary
much as he can.
Style. Yeah.
And Guy, while you're running all these people down, down from the treetops, a woman with green skin, covered in leaves, very beautiful, just kind of like floats down into the seat next to you.
Oh, yeah. Skid the carriage to a stop. Hello. Big smile.
What are we doing?
We are getting drunk and running over dead people. Here.
Oh.
I hand her the flask.
She has a little drink. Well, that's fun.
They're not yours, are they?
No, not ours.
Okay, hold on. And start again.
Peeling out. She's laughing away next to you, having a great time.
Ben, I got a friend.
What? What do I see? I guess I'm a little further.
you see just Guy ripping around, just running over, toppling over like skeletons and zombies. He has to swerve to avoid the giant skeletons and things because it, doesn't want to wreck the cart. And as you're looking at him, another woman walks out of a tree trunk in front of you, covered in leaves and green of skin.
What check do I have to do to know if I know what this is? Because is this a nature check?
This is nature, or I would accept an arcana as well.
Well, then you're getting arcana.
that's what you get. That's what I know. Or do you? Yeah, you don't know. You don't have a clue what this is, but she's covered in leaves.
Yeah, one of the leaves slips and you lose concentration.
Yeah. She tucks her arms back behind her, and kind of leans forward to you, tilting her head. She says, "What are you doing?"
I'm ridding this area of undead because that's what a good person would do theoretically. Who are you? What? Why? Who are you? Why are you here? Are you part of this?
I am Summersong.
That's cool. You came out of that tree. That sounds like a Fae thing. And Fae and I have a touchy relationship.
My sisters and I play here.
Oh, well, I'm sorry that one of our friends may have burnt a big hole in your playground. We'll fix it later, I'm sure, but there's a lot of bad stuff happening here right now. It's not really safe. I don't know. Do you fight? You might take an interest in helping with this because there's a lot of undead here right now.
Yes. It's eating them. And she looks to the sky.
You. Do you know what that is?
Not a what? A who?
Do you know who that is?
I don't know their name.
I don't know why you're here, but to catch you up on the long and short of it, we have some friends who are inside that individual, and we don't know if they're safe in there or not. And there was a big threat that we think also might be in there, and we're just trying to figure out if this is the appropriate course of action because I don't know what that is. We don't know who that is.
What do you want to achieve?
I want to get our friends out.
Oh.
You hear behind you. If I take off my shirt, maybe you take off some of those leaves, eh?
Wee! Just having a good time with you. Fall song. Come here. And she floats off of the cart and comes over.
What I said, eh?
Yes, sister. They want to know if their friends will come out. Oh. I think that very much depends on how they are accepted by it. And they both kind of look up.
I was following the nice girl, so I'm assuming I pull up and stop.
Yeah, you pull up beside them.
Is there, and I'm just in my brain, I'm just like, it's just this like, thank God. I'm just like, is there anything we can do to help or to get involved? I don't really know if we can get in there or not. One of you said it's a person. You said it was an it. I don't understand this. This is outside of my wheelhouse. And I kind of gestured all the dead bodies. I'm like, this is more my wheelhouse. And he's drunk.
Hey.
He's good at that.
I offer a drink to the other one.
No, she gladly accepts it, has a little drink.
At this point, if she it just has it, I'm gonna reach out and try to take it after her and just knock one back and give it back to Guy.
Did he introduce himself yet? His name is Penn, short for pensive, just like the look on his face, eh?
Nice to meet you, Penn.
He prefers pensive.
It's not true, but nice to meet you as well. This is Guy. He goes by Guy.
It is good to meet both of you. I am Summer Song, and this is my sister, Fall Song.
Do you have any answers for us?
Well, we don't totally understand the question.
I got the question.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I have a real question for the DM. Are Summer Song and Fall Song, are the leaves covering them different colors?
Yes.
Green and, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I have a question. Your sister, Winter, she's got no leaves at all, eh?
She's not here yet.
I could
But
come
she's
back.
coming.
Did you just make... All right. Anyway.
So tired.
I've been cast. I really don't know how tired I am because, like, I think I'm just bored more than anything because I've been casting this cantrip.
Yeah, it's been ongoing. You've just been firing it up.
And to be as concise as possible. Is there anything we can do to get involved with it? Whether to help it move along or to get inside it or something like that.
Have you tried asking it?
I feel like
Maybe you give it one of the business card, eh?
I could try.
We do not know its name, but it seems familiar to us.
If we took you up to it, could you perhaps speak to it?
No, I don't think we know. I don't think we know how.
You've seen it before?
Not that we've seen it before. It's like a grandfather. One that we never met.
This old magic, eh?
Familiar to us, but still distant.
And I just kind of sigh.
It's wounded and hungry. That's why it's eating.
Wait a minute. If we're killing these things, are we feeding it? Or are we killing its food, eh?
It's food. Under the right circumstances, all things are food.
After enough drinks, I'll eat anything too, eh?
But when I saw it in the ethereal, when I cut the bond of the physical, it ripped the soul or whatever ethereal entity was inside. It ripped it out and pulled it in. So I don't know that it's starting to seem like it's fruitless.
If you bite into a fruit and it's covered in thorns, you spit out the fruit. You don't want to eat things that hurt you.
I will be right back. And I go grab a gargoyle and just...
They wave farewell and like skip off into the trees.
No, wait. He's going. I'm staying here. I can maybe come with you. We go for a swim, maybe, ladies. What did you say to them, man?
Is he talking to me? Because I would have thought...
She's like walking away.
It must have been you.
He's like, no, come back.
I'm on top of a gargoyle on the cart, and I'm like, I have to go try this. Might as well try something, right?
Sure. You know, sometimes the answer is don't do nothing, eh?
I am not good at that.
No, you're not. Have fun, eh? Try not to die.
And
I can only heal you just a little bit, eh?
Then I take the gargoyle and float up as close as I can get to it without touching it.
Okay.
As soon as he's gone, I'm sitting on a second gargoyle. I've cranked the rod until it's in orange position, and I'm waiting. If something goes wrong, I want to try and launch a rescue, as drunk as I am.
Okie dokie.
So I just see this in front of me. This black. Can I see in it at all? Is there anything other than...
No, it's almost reflective.
okay. And I'm just thinking to myself, I was like, the only way I know how to talk to things I can't normally talk to. And I tap into Awakened Mind and I reach out to this whole jam. This whole big bubbly boy or girl or whatever it be. Anything it wants to be. I just am like, hello? Is there anyone there?
He will let anybody into his mind. Just, It's like that really popular girl at the bar.
Just like any old person into the mind. All right. So you establish this mental link. And your reflection in it solidifies until there's like another you looking back at you.
I just kind of tilt my head both ways. Is it imitating me or is it its own?
It's its own thing, and it's the look on the face is almost it's one of contempt. Like what is this creature that deigns to communicate with me?
Hello. I didn't mean to bother you, but I think my friends are inside of you and I'm concerned. I'm Timothy, right?
One moment. And the orb moves to attach itself to your head.
Like
All you hear from below is he's going to need a bigger hat.
I kind of back up a little bit. Just not fully, but just enough to like let it know it's like I'm like, wait, are you gonna eat me? Is that what's happening now?
We require more information.
So you're just gonna borrow my I could tell you whatever you want to know. I'll do this, but only if you promise I'll come out of this okay and me.
It will lie to you.
It's a big black evil ball.
Can I do an insight? Well, I'm assuming the nymph.
Yeah, you had to look for its poker face, see if it wiggled its eyebrows at you.
Listen, I was told I could play D&D as much
You
as I
can
want.
definitely play D&D as much as you like.
If I want to try
Just
to
expect a lot of trolls to show up.
Oh God. All right, well, here, look, man. Here's my one shot at it. There.
Okay, yeah, you have no idea.
Well, I guess I'm just asking. I'm like, are you going to eat me? I just need to know that you're not going to eat me, because I don't mind letting you see what you need to see in me, but because the nymphs seem to trust you, I assume
You are insufficient.
to eat.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then here, and I just kind of stick my head, like I press my forehead up against it.
All right, it attaches to you, and it's painful.
Yep, no, that sounds about right.
It's painful as you can feel it rifling through your brain.
In a physical way?
Well, almost in a physical way. It's not gentle. So it rifles through your brain. It pulls out information. Your brain is being ransacked. And you can hear it inside your head. Yes. You are an agent of one that came after us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we don't understand. The one we placed in control, insufficient. Yes. Then you are released.
Ow.
You take 3 psychic damage.
Oh, that didn't hurt as bad as I was making it out to be. Was it more just like pinching,
Ow.
like it's like it hurt, but it wasn't like...
It didn't feel good.
It was more the fact that you
Like
were being
brain
invaded.
freeze.
Yeah, you were being mentally violated.
It was consensual, at least.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of reeling from
you need
that.
a better safe word.
Yeah, right.
And I was just like, oh god. I was like, so hey, did you get what you needed? Did that?
Yes.
And
The friends, they are compartmentalized.
mm-hmm.
Now that we understand the proper way to address you, they are within us. The chosen is split. They're with the lesser versions. Attempting to make an escape.
Can you release them? Would you? Why? What?
Why would I do that?
Because I'm asking nicely, and I'd like to think I'm, pretty nice. I don't know. You probably know everything I know about me, and then some at this point.
These are not valuable traits. These are not necessary for survival. The anger and the hatred fed to us by the one who came before, we find this most gratifying.
Have you...
It is delicious to us.
Well, you seem like you're not doing a lot right now. I mean, I don't want to assume, but do you have much company? Would you like to hear a story in the meantime? Because I actually happen to have some knowledge on this exact kind of thing that I think you might like to consider if you...
We know everything that you know.
Well, then you know the story of the one you call who came after you and how he was imprisoned by another for not understanding, the most useful nature of knowledge. And you know that in the end, when divided up and used independently, hatred and anger were not the most beneficial to survival.
No, but they are delicious, and we will consume them.
But won't that make you that? Won't you become what you bring
Of all
into
the
you?
people to ask that question.
We are beyond these things. We exist before and above them.
Is there any way if the people I call friends, and I kind of pointedly say all of them, will make it out of you. Are you okay? Like, is there anything I could do to...
Do you need a glass of water?
Bran muffin? I don't like... Oh, what do I... Or, you know, is there anything I can do to help ensure that they leave you?
They will be expelled or absorbed once it is decided.
Can I do anything to influence that?
You do not have the position. It will be decided what the new form will be. And from there, we will take the next action.
What are... You understand probably because you're talking to me how frustrating this is, right? Because the feeling you're feeling is probably the feeling I'm feeling.
Your frustration is inconsequential.
Yeah, I'm aware. But, like, I don't know if you're good or evil, or if you're not even any of that, and you're just some other thing. I don't even know your name.
It's the second thing.
Really keep trying to cut deals with deities. I don't understand.
I did it once, and it panned out pretty well.
And that's working out for you, is it?
We tire of this conversation. Acolyte of our forebearer.
Fine, but know this. I'm waiting until they come out, and if they don't, you'll have a very small thorn in your side for some time. Because I'm assuming I kind of understand the gravity of this at this point, and I'm just like...
You mean to threaten us?
With an intimidation of -6.
I mean to say that just as you are a force of your needs, I'm a force of my needs. And I need those people to come out of you.
Are you a god to your people?
No. I am just a man.
Penn, has Ghostbusters taught you nothing?
I am just a man.
You are meaningless. And then your image fades.
Yeah, in the long run. Then I just kind of like, can I touch it? Or will it hurt me if I touch it?
You don't know.
Well, Kithri attacked it. I don't know if touching it. Might as well at this point. I just kind of reach my hand out and put it flat on it, just very gently, and take whatever reaction comes from that.
It feels smooth. And there's no reaction, almost like it's ignoring you.
So I'm going to go land on top of it. And I'm just going to sit up there. And this is where I am now. with the gargoyle like flying above me just in case.
Yeah, you're out of sight now. I can't see the top of the bubble once you're over the horizon, like the top of that. Nope.
Yeah.
Also,
At which point I go back to looking for the girls coming out of the woods.
Yeah, it's quite warm because it's reflecting in the light. It's absorbing the heat.
Yeah, I'll just, I'm sure I have a cantrip for that. I'll do something about it. But yeah, I'll just sit up there, maybe put my cloak under me and just be like, fine. This is how this is.
I look at the gargoyle. I don't know what he's doing, but we got 4 days before we got to be home, eh? You want a drink? I try and get my gargoyle a drink.
All right. So meanwhile, back in the Underdark. Moving through back alleys, you've made it to the neighborhood that you're looking for. Which, again, it's all buildings carved out of rock formations. There are some homes, taverns, some kind of ruined buildings that just kind of vagrants call home. You're free to move about the space.
So what are we looking for exactly, Richard?
You know, we'll know it when we find it.
You're so descriptive.
Yeah, I know, right? One of my better qualities.
Okay, I guess I'm just following you because I have no idea what I'm looking for.
Richard.
I'll just kind of come up here and I guess look around and see if anyone's nearby.
All right, so there's not a lot of people moving about this place. You can see there are some lowborn drow. They've all got cloaks pulled over high and they're moving about. There's also the occasional a deep gnome moving about this place and the odd Durgar running around as well.
Cool. Just curious, what does it look like with Eldritch Sight?
With Eldritch Sight, they all look fairly normal, although you can tell by putting on Eldritch Sight that there's an inordinate number of people here using magic to conceal their identities.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Richard?
And there's a big Lolth statue in the town square.
Yeah, I've kind of made my way to here, and I'm just staring at the statue.
I am following close behind, like in Richard's shadow.
All right. So, Richard, you've got the Fey presence up. Are you doing anything to kind of hide your identity?
No. I probably should. But no.
No, it doesn't sound like me.
I'm going to try and walk as much like one of the just to like look like I'm a deep.
All right.
Smurf Neblin?
Yes.
The deep gnomes? Yeah.
Smurf Levin.
Smurf Neblin?
Yeah.
I am and even still, people who would see me now likely wouldn't recognize who the hell I am.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that would are all dead. So, you know.
An inebriated looking deep dwarf or a deep gnome kind of stumbles out from the alleyway.
This definitely isn't Whistle Whip.
No, not here, not now. But he's taking a drink, and this is somebody familiar to you. He used to be a deep gnome that could get you things, that ran supply chains for slaves.
Yeah, I just kind of march over towards him, making my presence known that I'm walking towards him.
And he kind of takes a long sip of his flask, and he's like, oh no, it's Dick.
Hey, what did I say? Friends call me Dick, and we're not friends.
And I've kind of lifted him off the ground at this point.
All right, hang on there, hang on. You don't want to do this here. This is not a good town to cause trouble in.
Yeah, we're not looking for trouble. We're just looking for one person.
Come on, let's be honest here. Where in the Underdark is a good place to start trouble?
Nobody, and you know better than anybody that nowhere and nobody causing trouble here.
I'm aware.
This guy's really drunk. Are we gonna get anything from him?
Don't worry. I have ways of making him talk.
Great.
So I look at him dead in the eyes, and I shift my fey presence into the charming. Come on, mate. Would you please tell me?
All right, and so you know that this guy's name is Pebbleskip.
Pebbleskip, come on, mate. We go back. I mean, sure, we hated each other, but come on.
Oh, come on, Dickie. What do you want from me?
I want to know where Ramla is.
You got a soft spot. He pokes you a little bit. He's like, he's all such a hard bark, but a creamy center. Oh, it's a good thing you got out of here.
Yeah, mate. But you know, and just the eyes, only the eyes shift. And it's going, we all have soft spots. Want me to find yours?
Right. Sorry. Didn't mean to get so familiar. Right.
Good on you, mate.
So Ramla. She's been taken to a secure place. The prison is off-site. It's not in the city. Got to take it away from prying eyes, you know.
You don't want to make a martyr out of her. I know the story.
So, I mean, you can get there, but you got to go through Myconid territory. And they've been acting weird.
Weird how?
I mean, weirder than usual. Like, there's something going on. A little more organized. Could be nothing. I mean, they're mushroom people. They're a little weird.
Oh, they're mushroom people. Okay.
So how about it, Pebbleskip? You gotta lead the way.
Oh, no. You said it yourself. We ain't friends. And I like all of my limbs perfectly well where they are.
Oh yeah, but we all know that you owe me an outstanding favor.
Okay, but I've already been in Drow prison once in handcuffs. I ain't going back in without them.
Then I think, well, maybe a little something to help us on our way might be a bit more useful then. Because remember, you're a man who knows how to get things.
Well, I got some connections. What did you
sell
need?
yourself too short, little one.
Because I'm a gnome, right?
I was part of it.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Like, I feel you.
Solidarity. So what do you need?
Oh, I need something that'll be able to destroy a building.
Oh, I mean, you know, this place is like deep.
Richard, have you ever seen like an explosion in a small closed space?
Oh, I'm not talking about an explosion.
Or been in a room with. Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about an explosion. They're a bit too messy. I think you know exactly what I mean, Pebbleskip.
Maybe I need you to spell it out for me.
Remember the story you told me about the water that melted the rock?
Okay, but how much of that do you need?
At least enough to make a door.
I can get you some green slimes.
Much appreciated.
Do the same thing. But don't use fire. Because it's just going to make a bad situation worse.
Why not use fire?
Deep in Spiderlands. Webs everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Whole place will go up like that.
Right.
They're still hunting for that Maldismuth kid because of it.
Yes, we'll pretend that we have nothing to know about that as well.
All right. So, are we done here? Gonna go get you some goo?
Definitely. Oh, and have a little bit. And here. Just passes him a little bottle of alcohol for your troubles.
Ah. Thank you very much, my friend. And he gets himself down. He says, you might want to hide out in one of the buildings. Not everybody's got as many tight lips as I do.
You know what they say about loose lips? They get cut off.
Well, hey, I mean, take all the risks you want to take, Dickie. I'm gonna go get the stuff.
Yeah, we'll just be right over here, and I'll go check this door and see, like, if it opens, and then very cautiously look inside.
All right, it's not locked. You peek inside, and the place is kind of a ruin. There's nobody inside.
Richard, in here.
Well, after you, my lady.
Oh, good. Go inside.
And we're gonna. No, go ahead.
So, what's the plan with this green slime?
You know how most of the buildings here are just entirely made of stone?
Yeah?
Well, how do you get into someplace you don't really want people to know that you're getting into, and have an easy escape route at the same time?
Sneak in?
And if there's no way to sneak in, and there's no real door to speak of.
Oh, so like this will like melt through the stone to make a door?
That is the
or
plan.
Opening. Probably won't have like the fully openable and like closable door, just a...
No, it's going to be more like a cave entrance.
Cool. All right. Well, you know, I guess just as long as we do it in out of the place way, like, you know, if we do it like right next to the front entrance, somebody might notice.
But imagine what fun it'd be.
I want to get out of here in one piece.
I would like to be alive tomorrow.
And besides, there's about a 50... Well, no, not a 50. It's more closer to about a 70-30 chance that we get discovered, and I send you out with Ramla, and I go a little berserk.
Let's lower that. Like, I'm assuming you're saying like 70% chance that that's not going to happen, but 30% chance that.
You know, whatever helps you sleep better at night.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to take a little break right there, and we'll come back in a little bit and do the rest of that little excursion.
At least mine's just trying to hatch a giant evil egg.
He's just sitting on it.
And Penn, stop giving your name to things.
It's not wrong. It is kind of hatching. A giant evil egg. It's why, Penn? What, you know, why?
I'm the production team.
At any rate, you know, everyone, stay tuned to the channel if you haven't followed us yet. There's some things coming up you want to see. November 10th, we have a very special guest star coming. Sips the Wild Magic Sorcerer, also known as Dingo Doodles from YouTube, will be playing with us. So you want to catch that on Mercenaries of Mischief. We'll also have this Thursday on Halloween, a very special show. Guy, could you tell us about that?
It is a very special Halloween one-shot based on my very own personal, simplest RPG system ever invented. So we will be showing up, creating characters in less than 2 minutes, and going into a haunted house because that's what you do at Halloween.
So be sure to come around for that on Thursday. Stay tuned for
I
the
will
break.
be insufferable, I promise.
Oh, as always.
Only hope
Stay
so.
tuned for the
Yes.
break. We'll be back. A few more announcements, ladies and gentlemen, and ghouls and goblins and other visitors of various types. Well, keep in mind that we do these giveaways every 100 followers, and right now we're about... We're about 25 from our next giveaway. We've got another one of these lovely spell books, I believe, Sean. Yeah, they hold your spell cards all together in one place, which is good if you're multi-classed or a bard with lots of magical secrets, like someone I know.
Handcrafted, leather-bound.
Yes. And then for when we reach 900, we'll have another one of the miniature dice chests, including tiny dice, so that you can take them with you wherever you go. Teensy little tiny dice, they're adorable. And we're looking at something special for the 1,000th follower giveaway, but we've got to wait to confirm to see if it'll be ready in time. It depends on how fast you all come at us. So keep that in mind. Tell your friends we're here to come watch, and let's get back into the game.
And viewers like you. I mean, sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
We're only made possible by viewers like
yeah.
you. Please take a look down below to see opportunities to donate to us, as well as to donate to Extra Life and to join our Patreon.
When last we left our heroes, Kithri and Richard have decided that they're going to go do a prison break. And
Oh, this is going to end so badly.
Penn has dedicated himself to annoying some kind of ancient creature into giving up his friends. And Guy is chasing dryads.
The only one of the entire group who's making any sense.
Hey.
It's arguably the least self-destructive activity that's going on right now. So we join Kithri and Richard in the Underdark. It's been some time, and you guys have kind of been waiting out in this place, and eventually he does get back. And Pebbleskip kind of knocks on the door. It's Pebbleskip.
Do you want to get it? I'll open the door.
Okay. He steps inside. He says, "Okay, so, couldn't get what you wanted. I'm sorry, right off the bat. I need you not to tell anybody that this happened. But I tapped into some of my contacts in Blingdenstone, and I was able to get you this." And he pulls out a scroll. And it is a scroll of Shapestone. Just as good.
For our purposes, it actually is just as good.
Just as good. They use it in the mines down there. It works like a charm. So we done here?
And I don't know. Kithri, is there anything you want from little Pebbleskip?
Come on, I just got back.
No, not that I can think of, unless you've heard of the name of Tea Leaf.
Oof. Not down here.
All right, well, remember it as we're fine adventurers.
Oh, got it. I'll tell it. Well, no, I I'm not really in the business of telling people about things, I'll be honest.
Well, then I have no use for you.
That's fair. I'm going to go have a drink. He steps out, runs
You know,
off.
Pebble Skip, one last thing before you head off. If you ever come topside, make sure to pop by to the Avalon Knights Academy, as well as say hello to a lovely man who will love to get drunk with you.
All right. I don't go topside a lot. The sun doesn't agree with my complexion.
Oh no, didn't really suspect it would. I'm just imagining you'd be a person that someone I know would be quite enjoyable to get very, very inebriated with.
Well, I mean, if he has needs in exchange for coin, he's a friend of mine. I don't do this pro bono work for everybody that threatens me. And he walks out the door.
Is Pebble Skip a sex worker? I'll ask Richard. That's kind of what it sounded like.
I mean,
So I'm glad I didn't
hope
need
not.
anything from him.
I very certainly hope he's not a sex worker. Otherwise, I have been massively misinformed. But you know,
I did not think that's what pro bono meant.
Hey, I wasn't sure if he said pro boner or pro bono, so
you know he did say pro bono, right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. It was more of the like. Never mind.
It's my favorite line from this episode now. It's Pebble Skip a sex work. Okay.
Title of episode 30. What? No, is it?
I don't know. One of them.
32.
30 number. I don't know. All right. So the next step is to make your way out of the city and make your way to Myconid territory, because you got to move through there to get to the prison.
So we probably want to be moving kind of sneaky.
You feel free to go completely sneaky. I'm just going to do this, and I just grow a giant mushroom off of me.
Okay.
Great. I can't do that, so I'll just
Then I just
try
like
and
plop the top off and put it on top of Kithri's head, and just let the new mushroom top grow.
all I can picture are the mushrooms from Fantasia.
I mean, yeah, that's that's about where it is. All right.
Cool. Well,
So-
I'm going to just continue hiding behind Richard as
Okay.
much as possible.
So it's a bit of a ways. It would be a long time to go by foot. There is a kind of underground river that runs through most of the Underdark that could take you there.
Yeah, how long does it take by mid-sky-ish?
By
'Cause we
mid,
took gargoyles here.
you did take gargoyles there. By mid-sky, by gargoyles, you can get there a bit quicker.
Do mushrooms ride gargoyles on a regular basis down here?
No.
Then
Then maybe the mushroom disguise is kind of pointless.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I mean, no.
You know, I worked so hard on this, and then you just have to crap all over it. Like, you just like, I just removed the mushrooms off of me.
Sure. Let's take them off, hop on the gargoyles, and go for a flight.
Yep, this isn't inconspicuous at all.
We were going for inconspicuous.
So you're making your way flying through the Underdark, and you kind of have to go mid-range. If you go too high, there's too many obstacles. In
That's what I
some
meant
places,
by mid-flight.
Yeah.
Mid-sky.
some places you have to go way too close to the ground for comfort just to be able to fit through. And as you're kind of navigating through this place, you come across thicker and thicker patches of fungal growth. And just extends out in long hair-like tendrils kind of weaving into each other and overlapping. like thick mats on the ground, and they spread out over vast areas. And you can see like a forest of these large mushroom caps, brightly lit, with all different colors and all different shapes.
So to be completely clear, Kithri, don't touch any of the strands at all, even slightly. It's like when you tug on a spider web and the entire web vibrates.
Okay.
It's a bit more like a, I don't know, they called it with the web system, it's an interweb. This is more like an intermushroom system, where they transmit data almost instantaneously amongst each other.
Intraspore?
Interspore, yeah.
Interspore.
Just never go on Spore book. It's a weird book.
So many things we can do with this. All right. So as you're kind of moving through this place, Richard, you notice something else strange about this. Now, the Myconid kingdom that you're familiar with, they're fairly reclusive. They don't tend to, mix with the other races in the Underdark, and for the most part, they're kind of ignored. Most people don't want anything to do with them, just because being in their areas, there's so many spores and a lot of times poisons and all kinds of things that, other mortal races don't generally get along with very well. But you do notice something very unusual is there's this large patch of rot in the center of it that is unusual for this place, and it's a mingling of the fungus and the rot.
So that shouldn't be there.
Oh.
Damn it.
Yeah, but doesn't seem like it has anything. Does it have anything to do with Ramla?
No. But if I were of the more pleasant disposition, I'd find out what was going on. But we don't really have the time, and I'm not allowed to set anything on fire down here. So, we'll just take that.
Maybe that's something we can put a pin in and keep an ear out for it after. In, not pen.
Well, this place is so damp and humid that you're not positive you could start any fires in it anyways. But as you move in, you eventually start to move past this place. And the next unusual thing that you notice in the Underdark is the Koatoa are expanding.
Oh, damn it. I've completely forgot what the hell the Koatoa are.
They're like fish people.
Right, thank you.
They're just this weird, like, tribal fish race. And you know this because of a lot of stories that float around the Underdark. The thing about Koatoa is they're known as god makers.
Oh, that's... Yeah, no, I remember it now.
Yeah.
This is knowledge Richard would know?
Yeah, you would hear this kind of thing living in the Underdark for the amount of time that you did. In that, people talking about going to see Koatoa and the bizarre things that they see in Koatoa villages, because basically if a Koatoa worships it, it becomes a thing.
So we're going to steer clear of the Koatoa. As well as, remember that time I said I was worshipped?
Yeah? I always meant to ask you about that.
Yeah. What? I was briefly down here again, and I ran into them. It's a long story. I briefly became a god. It was just a whole bag of apples.
What?
as you guys move through this place, eventually you have to fly a bit low to the ground. And a couple of Koatoa villages catch glimpses of you. And as you're flying through, you notice small, almost cartoonish images of like the silhouettes of what you guys look like riding these gargoyles almost begin to appear around some of these places.
Oh, okay. This is weird.
Yeah, we're about to become gods. Hooray!
Oh,
God.
Maybe that will help us with Blackwind?
Let's pretend it does.
Let's go with a hard maybe.
I want to look at these duplicates of us with Eldritch sight.
Okay. So if you peek at them with Eldritch sight, they're misshapen because they're looking at you guys from a distance. Some of them, there's no gap between where the gargoyle ends and the rider begins. It's just one creature.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so they're unsettling to look at to begin with. But they bristle with some small amount of power. These are like the beginnings of what could become a deity with enough time and worship.
Okay, good to know.
Are you sharing any of this?
Nope.
Cool. That's actually, yeah.
No, we don't need to get into that.
Because this is the only time Richard would ever want to slow down.
Yeah.
You don't want to be fused to a gargoyle.
Never.
You guys are making a movie with two silent Bobs.
So, as you move along, you get deeper and deeper in, and you start to come to the massive cavern. And what it is there's it's this massive cavern below an underground lake. And to the side, there are walkways and suspended bridges leading to these massive stalactites that are covered around the bottom with a network of webs with spiders crawling about them, and connected through doorways and various kind of hanging scaffolding to each other. And through that, there's another network of scaffolding and lifts that descend down into a quarry. And that's where you find yourselves.
On foot? On foot seems like a good idea. Yes, it does seem like a good idea, Richard. Thank you, Kithri. It definitely seems like a good idea to me.
Well, so are we going to these hanging things? Are we going down?
My current bet is that the re-education facilities would be in the lovely hanging down rocks. I can never remember
Stalactites
or stalactites. This is Richard speaking.
And
also me.
So, I mean, it's up to you. You can kind of scout this out a bit, but there appear to be 3 central structures.
Looking around at them, is there any kind of like signs or anything on the exteriors or like at the entrances that seem like they might indicate what they're for?
I want you to give me an investigation check as well as a stealth check to see how well you can do it without being seen.
Can I?
Here's the investigation. Oh, great. And yeah, that seems on par.
So you're not spotted, but you can't figure out what any of these things are. But you do see a number of, even with that low investigation check, you do see a number of what appear to be holding cells burrowed deep into the rock wall. So it occurs to you that the stalactite structures must be for something else.
So I think we need to go down here, and I'll point out where the holding cells are.
All right. This is going to be the crazy suggestion. Can I use survival to just check which one of these seems the most dangerous and just screams, "Get the hell away from this"?
The largest central stalactite has 4 guards posted at it.
Cool, so I don't have to roll that check. Central one?
Yeah.
So, do you want to go to the central one?
Well, no, we're not going to those things.
Never mind.
We're going to the holding cells where the person that you're trying to save is.
Yes, that is more what I meant. I am misinterpreting things.
So there's a guard standing, watching over what appears to be 3 barred gates to the holding cells. You guys are able to keep through the shadows and kind of keep yourselves hidden. And he just kind of walks up and down, monitoring these 3 holding cells.
So, do we want to try and take the guard out or sneak in through a back way?
Kithri, I groan and I creak whenever I move. I think it's probably smarter to just try to take him out.
Well, we probably should take him by surprise so he doesn't alert others.
Alright, well, I've got an idea. Then, but, 60-40 it works.
Care
So
to
prepare for the
share with the
40%.
class?
I really should start doing that. So, you know how dashingly charming I am right now?
Yeah.
Or at least how I appear to be. A bit. I'm pretty much going to walk straight up to him and approach him like a friend, and hopefully he'll be so charmed by my dashing personality and good looks that he'll tell us where. And the 40% chance that it doesn't work, I stab him in the face.
Well, I don't have a better plan, so that sounds good.
All right, then.
That's what we're doing.
So are you descending on your gargoyle?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to inspire the most kind of charisma that I can.
Okay, so
I'm just standing on the back of it fully upright.
This is a male drow warrior. And the moment you're kind of floating down, he's like sword out. He's on guard. What the fuck is this?
I just need to get within 10 feet of him.
All right, you're getting closer to him. You can go in as fast or as slow as you'd like.
I'm coming in at a moderate pace.
Okay.
Hello, friend! How are you doing? Oh, not that. That's terrible. It's more...
I'm trying to land down, like, in some shadows so I'm not as visible.
Yeah, there's a lot of rock formations here, and as somebody your stature, it's fairly easy to find a place to hide.
No, it's exactly, hello, friend, how's it going? And just charm and charisma is trying to ooze off of Richard.
All right, he's got a 10 on his wisdom save for your...
Oh, he's screwed.
So he is put at ease. Oh, who are you?
And we're speaking in Undercommon.
Yeah.
Me? Oh, don't you remember me?
No.
Oh, shame, mate. Oh, well, you see, it's just a crazy mix-up. We met each other a little while ago, and you told me about a prisoner that you were recently going to get, or had just gotten. I can't remember the specifics perfectly well, but I was just wondering if you might have still had that prisoner Ramla with you.
Oh, Ramla. No, these are workers. Ramla's with Malastitia in the main hall.
The one with the 4 guards posted to it.
Yeah, up there.
See, this is why I said that, but you know.
That's above me. I couldn't. Ramla is the mistress of a high house. I mean, even a fallen one. That's above my grade.
Completely understand, friend. Oh, I'm sorry. I've just completely blanked on your name. What was it again?
Oh, fuck. My name is Gord Gardson.
Gord! Well, it's lovely to meet you again. And I just kind of drape a shoulder, and we walk over kind of towards the edge of the stalactite.
Okay.
Now, you're doing a really good job here.
Thanks, pal.
Oh, sorry. Do you mind if I have your keys for a moment? I seem to have forgotten mine back at my place.
That is going to require a persuasion check with advantage, sir.
Okay. Oh no, that's not happening. I really doubt that's happening.
No, I can't. No, no, I can't do that.
All right. Are there any spiderwebs beneath us?
Oh, tons of them. They're everywhere.
That's not going to work then. I was just going to push him off.
Oh yeah, no. The idea is the network of spiderwebs underneath catches any prisoners that try to throw themselves off to the water to escape. It's a deterrent.
Oh, so the spiders would eat them.
Yeah, a lot of the times.
And no one else would be alerted that this happened.
Well, I mean, in your experience, spiders don't eat things very quickly. So, I mean, he's probably not going to be quiet about it.
Yeah. So, arm is still draped around the shoulder.
Okay.
Literally just going to kind of place it to the neck. And I don't have a nice way to say this. I'm going to shoot roots into his neck.
Okay.
Okay.
And I did not mean for that to be with advantage, but 15 is the first one.
All right. You cannot penetrate his studded armor with that attack.
Damn it.
So you push against it, and your spell of charm is broken.
Yeah, I'm going to stab him.
Okay.
Real fast.
I'm going to let you have one swing.
Oh, this is a mistake. I'm sorry. I've been rolling something incredibly incorrectly this entire time. That's 2d6, not 1d6.
Oh. All right. So with that swing, you do catch him, and he takes some damage on that one.
Right in the face.
Right in the face. So he is cut. And alarms are being raised, and we are in initiative again.
No.
I really tried. I'm sorry.
All right, let's see that initiative roll.
Wait, can I do one last thing?
What is the thing?
It's going to be Fairy Smite. It happens after an attack.
All right, give me his fairy swing.
And it's 4d8.
Okay.
Which does an extra 10.
All right.
Oh, yeah, an initiative.
All right.
I am so sorry, Kithri. I worked really hard.
All right. Gord Gardson has really low initiative. So he's not going to go anytime soon. However, he does very quickly shout for more people to come and assist him, and some more guards are kind of running across these suspended bridges to come towards you guys. So this is going to get worse the longer it goes on. All right, so first up, we've got Kithri.
Shit.
And as soon as the fight breaks out, there's just like waves of people up against the bars of these holding cells, like with their arms reaching out saying, "Free us, let us go!"
You remember that 70-30 chance I said? Yeah, it's happening now. And just I shift back into hate, into intimidation.
Great. Yep. I'm gonna, I guess, attack him with a packed weapon.
All right. There's 2 of you and 1 of him. You guys should be fine.
So that's the first one. And,
That'll hit.
I'll hit him again.
Oof. All right, so you dive in and start cutting him up with your elegant skill with your packed blade, hitting just the right points and carving into him. The second shot, not so much, but the first one does good.
Maybe we should try and get up to the other place. I don't know this because you haven't told me. Never mind. I don't speak Undercommon. I have no idea what's going on.
All right, now it is Richard's go.
All right, so Kithri, first things first. So sorry about this. Secondly, why am I still talking like this? Weird thing in my throat. Anyways, second thing. Romla's in the middle tower with all the guards. So...
And they know we're here. Great.
Fly fast. Levitate above... You just, you do you. I trust you. And... Yeah, I'm just going to attack Weiss with this thing.
Oof, not good.
No, first one sucks.
Second one doesn't make it either. He blocks it with his sword. Or with his shield. All right. Next up, he pulls his short sword and starts swinging on you. First swing against you, Richard. He gets a 23.
Not sure if that hits.
And the second one crits.
Well, on the bright side now, T3, there's no reason to stay. You can just guilt-free run away now.
God damn it, Richard.
I can make him a new body. It's
Why do I roll such a high fucking dex against you? Alright, so the first one is 6 piercing damage, followed by 12 poison damage. And the second one because it crit is 12, 8, it's 26, 32.
Okay, I'm just assuming I'm completely dead at this point.
How much? What's your total health?
33 is my max.
33 is your max?
Yeah.
And you took 20 from the first one, so...
Oh no, I took...
You're fine as long as you don't get the minus
18.
your hit points.
Yeah, so you took 18, so... It's close, but you're not quite there. God damn.
You said 32, right?
Yeah.
I'm at minus 17.
So you're fine.
Yeah.
Until you're at minus 33, then you're dead.
Yeah.
Unless Penn gets to you, and then he can resurrect and all kinds of fun shit. So.
Yeah.
Probably just take your body to a cleric.
Oh, god damn, that crit. Okay.
How big is the opening for the bag of holding?
It can be stretched.
Okay.
Richard is 6'6", and
Yeah, so that's
yeah,
not...
but like,
You only got to get it big enough to go over his shoulders, right?
You probably
shove
shear
him
his
in.
arm off.
Actually, that would cut
Just
down
buck him up and put him in pieces.
Okay, so here's the lay of the land. Richard is just keeled over unconscious. This guy's still here. He has keys on his belt, and you've got 3 cages full of angry prisoners and guards on the way.
Right. Yep. Great.
Can I have like one dying thing to say? Oh,
Sure.
Maybe it's smart if you just run.
Richard's going to drow prison again.
no, Richard's just going to be executed. There's no way they're going to send him back to prison.
I don't know. You got all kind of crazy powers now. That sounds like something useful to me.
I'm gonna cast hold person again.
All right.
On him as well as one of the other guards running up.
Okay. What is your save against that?
It is
Wisdom
14.
14? Okay. Does not save. And the second guy also does not save. So he is held and the other guy is held.
Great. And if I can, I'm gonna grab the keys and like run over to try and unlock the cages.
Okay, you will have to wait till the next round to unlock the cages. That guy's held, and he continues to be held with an 8. And the other guys are trying desperately to try and get past the guy because you froze him right on the bridge, and it's really only wide enough for one person to walk across. So eventually they endeavor to just toss him off.
See if I get another nat 1 for death saves.
God damn it. You need to live. I need to stop rolling 20s on attacks against you.
Yeah,
That was so many
it
dice.
used to happen a lot.
I know. I don't know why my dice want to kill you. But yeah, give me that death save.
Okay, so that's a success.
No, that's good. That's a success. That's a good save. All right, Kithri, you're back up. You've got the keys.
I'm gonna just toss them at one of the guys in the cage and be like, let each other out, and then run
Okay.
to Richard and shove the chocolate egg that I still have in his freaking mouth. That's 1d12.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think it's going to bring me back up, though, is this?
Well, you did.
No,
you
you
don't.
go to
You're
zero.
just at 0.
Yeah, you just did 0.
Okay, thank
You always heal from 0. Your negative HP don't stay. They're just a measurement of whether or not you die from the damage.
Please tell me it's been long enough since we were at the Easter court that eggs got some of that kind of white fungusy stuff.
Oh yeah,
on
no,
it.
just like with old Easter eggs.
Oh, this wasn't an Easter cream egg when I got
I
it.
mean, it's been a
Ugh.
month.
Yeah, it's been a while. All right, go ahead. Yep, you feed it to him and give him a D12.
Okay, that's not.
That's an amount. That's an amount of health. And
We're getting out of here.
this guy's still held in place, and now it's a prison riot. People are running out, and a bunch of prisoners start attacking this guy and taking his weapons.
Got like 2 more minutes. And
I think it's time to get out.
Richard, you're up.
I can't cut my losses.
This guy's getting mauled by people. A bunch of other guys are running across these suspended bridges.
So how far off the ground are these stalactites?
Very far off the ground. It's a long drop down to the water below, and there's like a net of webs beneath it.
Yeah, and that net won't be able to suspend several tons.
Probably not, no.
Cool, so that's not happening.
No, this is a bad place to turn into a tree. And you don't have a new charge yet.
That would have also been nice to know.
I'll tell you when you get a new charge. Crucial moments. Save your friend here, and then we'll get a new charge.
Yeah. I'm
Here's the layout of the land. Prison riot's going on. People rushing. Bunch of guards on a suspended wooden bridge. You got the stalactites, and you know where your girlfriend is.
Yeah, I'm literally just gonna kind of punch my fist into my hand and go, Atkinson, wake up. And he's just coiled around my arm, and we are running as fast as we can towards the most dangerous area.
All right.
I am.
Okay.
I fully expect Kithri to run and cut her losses.
So that place is a big suspended bridge.
I don't.
Suspended by these ropes.
He's trying so hard.
Wait, are you running towards the stalactite or the
There's a bunch of guards on it.
guards?
Yeah. There's a bunch.
Guards. I'm kind of screwed.
There are guards on it, and they're rushing towards you.
On the
wait.
suspended bridge.
Wait, stop.
That is
the suspended bridge, right? Are they in a line?
You find a dagger in your hand.
Are they in a line?
Yes, it's not wide enough for them to walk together.
Cool. I'm gonna. Where is it? Scroll of Thunderbolt.
Okay.
I'm literally just going to activate my Scroll of Thunderbolt.
All right.
It has been too long since. What the hell does Thunderbolt do?
Damage. You should find it in the compendium, actually.
Oh.
If you pull under I, Thunderbolt.
Isn't that a move and damage one? Like you go somewhere and where you were went boom?
No, that's Thunderstep.
That's
I think it's Lightning Bolt, and I might have just named it wrong.
Okay. It's lightning bolts.
Oh, yeah, just lightning, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I traded a dagger to get that back. A nice dagger.
Yeah.
So, Lightning Bolt, I believe it's just a save. They have to do a reflex save.
Or a dex save, depending on which system we're playing.
Yeah. Dex save. God damn it. All right. So they got to do dex saves. One of them went over, so there's now 3 of them rushing up through there from the nearest big stalactite there. So they all try to do saves. 2 of them crit fail. And the third does a 16, which is your spell save.
Oh, it's still under my spell save? Not.
Yeah, it's still under your spell. It doesn't have its own spell save, so it would just
I
be
think
your...
he just barely gets over it.
Okay, so the one guy moves out of the way, and his other 2 buddies take it hard, and then
he still takes it, which is.
Oh yeah, he's to give me 4d6s of lightning or 4d8s of lightning damage.
Can I do the 6d8s first, and then the?
What? No, it's.
No, the 8d6s.
Oh, it's 8d6s of lightning damage?
Yeah, and then the other one takes 8d4.
Oh, okay. All right. Give it to me.
So 26, and the other one just takes half of that.
All right. So these 2 guys are blasted away, and the one who takes half is also blasted away. So they're all annihilated by this lightning bolt.
Oh god, I've been waiting to use that since episode 1.
All right.
4th wall breaking. Boom. I'm dying.
Yeah, you're not in good shape. Back up to Kithri.
I'm the stalagmite up in the air, right?
Yeah, like it's stuck to the roof of this cave.
I'm gonna
and then it's just like big
gargoyle and fly up to the back side of it.
Okay.
And yell to Richard or using the mental power thing, my brain.
Party line.
Party line. Just say to Richard, come up here and we'll go in the back way. And I'm just going to I'll go ahead and just have a chill touch ready if I see anything coming at
All right.
us.
Okie dokie. So you got a chill touch ready. You feel like the most likely thing to come at you from this angle is probably going to be a spider, so you're just watching for legs.
Yeah.
All right, and then more guys progress. The riot unfolds further, and we go back to Richard.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's within range. It's 60 feet. Yeah, I can move it. I'm just misty escaping,
Okay.
like directly to where Kithri is, and opening the scroll.
Are you misty stepping to your gargoyle? Or are you gonna...
Yeah, no, yeah, that's smart.
Okay. So you misty step to your gargoyle and fly over to Kithri so you have something to sit on and unfold the scroll.
Yeah, I pretty much unravel the scroll.
Live, damn you! Live!
I'm pressing it against the wall and just ripping open a giant hole.
Okay, so you pull it apart and pull it apart and pull it apart, and eventually you start to see light in an opening, and you are able to see into this kind of holding and torture facility.
Oh, hey, cool.
And we're come in from the back.
Yeah. And you kind of pour in through this hole in the back, and you see a very well-dressed drow woman is staring kind of out the windows of this place at this riot that's unfolding, trying to contemplate whether or not it's time to get the hell out of here or not. And you also see Ramla is kind of tied up and beaten, and she's inside one of these cages.
Yeah. Because it doesn't sound like initiative is happening at the moment.
Well, I mean, we're still in initiative.
Okay.
So you've gone inside, and this is the scene that's unfolding, and now it's Kithri's go again.
Great.
I'm not going to keep apologizing, but yes.
I can't tell how far it is to get to the cage.
Oh, right. Here, let's do this. There we go.
Ah! I think I can get to about here. I'm just going to double move.
Okay. Double move, get over there. Ramla notices you guys inside and is like gesturing to come over, trying not to alert this person over here. And they're starting, as the riot unfolds further and further, they're getting less and less okay with sticking around here. And we go back to Richard's go.
Yeah, I pretty much am going to double move as well.
All right. Double move as well. Ramla's gesturing over to you guys. She points at the table behind you.
Okay.
There's a set of keys on there.
Screw it. I'm just growing out my arm.
All right. You missed your fantastic arm out to grab the keys after your move.
Yep.
All right. And we go back up to Kithri.
Okay. I'm gonna just get over to here since Richard has the keys, and I'm going to just have a chill touch ready if that woman turns around and sees us.
All right. And Richard, it's your go.
All right. Yeah. I'm running over,
Okay.
unlocking the cage.
Hey, as the cage unlocks, she hears the sound of the gate and she turns around and she's like, "What are you doing? That's mine." Chill touch fired off.
Did that roll right? I don't know.
Yep.
I think it did.
Oh yeah. So you nailed her with that one. And oh, thank you. Thank you for the things. Yeah, so she is hit with that, and she is chilled. She kind of riles back a little bit. Bah! Insolent! All right, and we go back to the top of the round with Kithri, who just fired off her chilled touch. So,
Great.
yeah.
Awesome.
Top of the round?
Well, I mean,
Oh, no,
she
it
was holding it and then it went off after your move,
no,
and then
I get it. I'm thinking past initiative. I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Great. I'm gonna do that same thing again.
You gonna hit her again?
Yep.
All right. Oh God. Jeez. All right. Yeah. So you nail her with some more, and she's not crazy about that.
Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Leave us alone.
What stop it. And she tries to make her way to the stairway to try and get down. And out of the line of fire from this barrage of chill touches being sent her way. And then we go back to Richard's turn.
Yeah, I'm walking over to about here.
All right.
And I'm imagining she's yelling something like insolent cur or something.
Yeah, like she's yelling at you guys, but she's also realizing that shit's gone tits up here and she needs to GTFO.
Just shut the fuck up.
Twang. Jeez. First one hits. Yeah, first one hits. Second one doesn't do so much. But yeah, you wing her again and she kind of tumbles down the stairs.
Where she falls to her death.
Well, to the first floor. But so she tumbles down to the first floor. Ramla gets out and she's like, "Tell me you have a way out."
We have gargoyles.
I'll take it. And she runs with you guys over to the opening.
Thank you, Kithri. I did not plan this far ahead.
You're usually dead by now.
Right? The truth, he was. Thank God she had that egg. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah, she, with your guys' assistance, she's a little ragged at this point, but you guys are able to make it out of this opening and get onto the gargoyles as this massive riot is unfolding. And you can see as the prisoners rush to the building that you're at, some drow guards cut the suspension bridges and tons of prisoners tumble down to the spider nets below.
Did it not get destroyed when I shot it with lightning?
You shot the guards with lightning.
Oh no, that's a 5-foot area of effect though.
Yeah, and 5 foot is a walkway straight.
Okay, I thought it would have at least singed a few ropes.
You have to target them.
It's almost like he wanted you to do that.
You said you were targeting the guards. I targeted the guards. You gotta tell me what you're doing to get bonuses. All right. So, all right, you guys get on the gargoyles, and you are able to fly away from this rapidly degenerating situation.
Yeah, like I'm.
We freed people.
Yeah.
Only the best of the best, I'm sure.
I light up a cigarette. I take a quick puff and I just toss it off over my shoulder. We should run.
Yeah, let's go. Thanks for rescuing me. I guess we're even now. And so as you guys kind of fly off, she asks you, so what's the next step?
We get the hell out and move away from the burning spiderweb that I've just set off with a cigarette?
Okay. So where else are we going?
We have to go deal with maybe a lich, maybe not. There's a big black floating ball in the sky that has some of our friends in it. So that's what I'm going to be dealing with.
Oh, that all sounds lovely.
Yeah, I'm pretty much taking you home.
Not your home, my home.
I don't think I should go there either. With all due respect. I appreciate you saving me. I need you to take me to Blinkenstone.
To see your on-fire brother?
No, my brother should still be in Menzoberranzan.
Right, wrong place.
I need you to take me to Blingdenstone because there's something else happening, and I need to talk to somebody about it. Oh, we'll catch up later, though. This is nice. Things are getting worse in the Underdark.
And things are getting worse up above.
Cool. So it's happening all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not what I'm thinking it is.
Well,
And that's why I need to talk to some people.
Think it is, just so we can keep an eye out for what it might be.
I'm thinking that the demons and the devils are having a spat again, and there's a power struggle going on in the hells.
Oh man, they're unionizing again?
Not quite. Somebody's trying to unseat Asmodeus.
Oh, just a small thing.
Maybe. I don't know for sure. But I don't want to be that person. I don't want to meet that person. That's a bad scene. And I'm hoping it's not that. But there's been a lot of talk of demon lords popping off all over in the Underdark, and I hoping it's just rumors. And we get back to business.
Great. Well, we'll keep an ie out on it, but first I've got a giant ball to deal with.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but good luck with that.
And I've got, what is it now, 4 days to live?
Oh, cool. Well,
No. You're gonna be fine.
you didn't die today, and you raided a drow prison, so that's progress, right?
Well,
No? This is pretty standard for me.
But I need you to drop me off in Blingdenstone, because then I can get to where I need to go from there.
All right. There's no way you can ask MT1 if there's a portal to Blingdenstone, can you?
Do you guys have the Rocky Talkies?
yes.
I was asking specifically Kithri for that.
Yeah, I'll radio MT1 and just be like, there doesn't happen to be any kind of portals in the Underdark that we have access to.
There was one. It was in a ruin.
Where?
Come on, MT. Come on, MT. I need a Deus Ex.
I can give you rough coordinates. It is in a secluded place, along the river that runs through the Underdark. A sentient's blade was discovered there. And since it was somewhat unassuming, an entry point was created.
Work?
I can give you a rough location.
Yeah, MT.
The rough location.
I'll take that. K3, you get above. Help with the sphere. I need to drop off someone in Blingdenstein.
Wasn't that where we came through?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
We came through Menzoberranzan.
Ah, that's it.
The happiest place on Earth.
Technically the happiest place under Earth.
Yeah, that's what it says on the sign.
You can't see because it's dark.
Yeah, you can't see because it's dark and covered with spiders. All right, so do you guys split up, or do you disregard what Richard says and go with him anyways?
I mean,
That's
You're
the
out of
appropriate
eggs. You can't
response.
save him anymore.
Okay, so you're just gonna drop her off and then you're going to come join us, right? So you have a buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Look,
know,
what I'm
if,
doing is I'm dropping her off, stopping at the portal, activating it, and getting back home. Then back to the portal, then back to the giant sphere in the sky. It's a map to get there, but it's getting there.
okay, be safe. I don't
No,
have
I
any more
won't.
eggs to give you. So don't die.
I will do my best.
Okay. I'll see you soon. I'm gonna. I'm gonna give Richard the bad sending stone.
Hey.
Just as. Hey, if I guess if you need something, maybe the other group will hear you, or at least MT1 will, and then he can get in touch with us with the good sending stones.
All right, so I shouldn't start the message off with "Hey, asswipe" in that situation, because I know who's listening on the other end of the bad sending stone.
Yeah, and generally that's not the best way to start off any kind of message, especially to your friends.
No, it would be, "Hey, asswipe, stop listening. Are you done listening? Good. Hey, I need help."
Romla's like, I can see being on the surface hasn't improved your disposition at all.
It really hasn't.
Thank you. I'm Romla, by the way. Lovely to meet you.
I'm Kithri Tea Leaf.
Thank you for rescuing me and taking care of my friend here. I know he's a handful.
Yeah, just keep an eye on him, at least as far as you guys are together.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a deep gnome city. I'm sure we'll be fine. Yeah.
Great. All right, I'll see you. See you soon, Richard, and see you hopefully again, Ramla.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm going to try and rush back to the orb.
All right. So are you taking the way out where you guys came in, or are you going to try and find this teleportation circle that MT1 told you about?
How far is the teleportation circle?
It is closer than the way you guys came in.
I will go that way.
Okay.
And also let Richard know that, hey, that way it will be...
That way it'll be
set
prepped. All right.
All right.
So, Richard, you continue on to Blingdenstone, which appears to be a relatively smaller city because it's run by deep gnomes. But it's basically a mining place. The primary things that deep gnomes do here is they've got various precious gem mining operations, but they also have quarries in which they borrow out stone elementals for servitude in the city. And also they kind of domesticate basilisks whenever they can for assistance as well. So it's kind of a hub, but it is one of the few bright lights in the Underdark where people can be safe. And the deep gnomes are not cruel there, but they don't always have the highest opinion of drow.
Very few people I've known.
For reasons. I mean, But overall, it's a fairly tolerant place. Oh, it doesn't take long before you arrive, and you're kind of on the outskirts, and you're able to drop her off. She says, "Well, I best get to work. I need to, rebuild the life, find a new home, little things."
Look.
when you're done here, head up to the Avalon Knights Academy.
Is it
I'll
safe
hope
there?
you there. Well, they're letting me have a dragon there, so, you know.
You have a dragon now.
Yeah. Yeah, his
Look.
name's Talem.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Could you do me a favor?
Yeah, I can.
It turned out to be quite the investment saving you. Don't let it go to waste. She kind of pats you on the cheek. Throws up her cloak and heads off into Blingdenstone.
Hasn't yet.
And Fey presence is kind of dropped now.
All right.
And I just kind of, for just a split second of a moment, just kind of sitting back.
All right, back home.
All right. So, Kithri, it doesn't take you long before you track down what you believe to be the ruins. And it looks like this, what appears to be a failed human settlement in the Underdark. The buildings appear very clearly of human construction. There's kind of a mud brick status to it, and they're quite old. And there's this large, almost castle-like structure, and you can make your way down this long spiral staircase leading downward into it. And as you descend down, there are various carvings in the walls, kind of effigies of depictions of battles and conquests. And when you reach the bottom, there's a sarcophagus that has already been opened and tossed to the side. Like this place has already been turned over and looted.
Cool.
So you're in this circular room with this turned over and looted sarcophagus and various depictions along the walls.
I'm going to look around with Eldritch Sight and see if anything is magical.
All right. You peek around, and there is one image that all the other carvings appear inert. One of the carvings is magical.
Okay. Looking at it, what does that carving look like?
That carving appears to be an image of a shield.
Do I recognize the image on the shield?
The image on the shield, it does look like the Avalon Knights Academy shield, but it's missing the letters. And there is underneath it in common, it says to commemorate the attack in large letters, and the letters are all magically enchanted too, like you could move them.
I'm going to try and move an A, a K, and an A onto the shield.
All right, you move it in, and the symbol solidifies and lights up, and then it recesses in and slides to the side to reveal the teleportation circle.
Oh, cool. All right. I'll go in.
Nice.
Teleportation circle.
All right. You reset it with MT1's instructions, and you are teleported back to the keep.
Huzzah.
And Richard, you arrive shortly afterwards, and with MT1's instructions, you find everything pretty easily, and you're teleported back as well. And then once the two of you arrive back at the keep, you're welcomed by MT1, and once you make it outside, you see there is a regiment of 10 clerics in unusual garb waiting outside. And they turn to the two of you and say, we're here to help. Where are we needed?
There is a
And we're going
big...
to stop right there. We're going to stop right there for today.
Oh boy, clerics, my favorite. Can't wait to see what sort of unique and interesting things they do. Right, Penn knows what I'm talking about. Well, that was a fun romp through the Underdark. Richard didn't die, so I guess I owe some people money. But we'll see what happens next week. The table's still open, so be sure to come back and join us on Show Me Warlocks.
Oh, I was waiting for the sound. Thank you so much.
You say that every week.
I know, right? I'm always waiting for the sound. I've gotten so used to it. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please give us those likes and follows. We do a giveaway every 100 follower landmark that we hit, and we're just so close to the next one. Tune in tomorrow for some Deadlands, which will be run by a very own Guy under the guise of Marshall Kevin, which is somebody I've never heard of. And
We're gonna fix that.
Yeah, we're gonna fix that right now. And definitely check out all that stuff. Check us out on Patreon. We've got some great perks for you to sign up for there. And special thanks to our Patreon subscribers. What was it, Joe and Karis? And
John
and Karis.
Yes.
Sorry. John and Karis.
Yes. John is in the correspondence school program.
Yes.
So we'll be receiving a special postcard, special gift each month with fun stuff.
And Karis will be playing a special game with us.
Huzzah.
In our very own Avalon Knights world.
There are some more of those hero spots available, so check out the Patreon.
Absolutely, hop on in. So definitely check that out. Give us a follows. If you're on Discord, you can check out all the cool things that we do, in the role play that we have in between games, and be on board with that. So I believe that's it. I like to close the show each day to say that I am very lucky dungeon master in that I get to play with all these amazing people who are content creators in their own right. And I like to open up the floor at this time and allow them all to talk about the things that they're currently doing. And go.
I'll go first.
I've been talking too much already.
You can make videos on Roll for Initiative YouTube channel with my partner Ryan that you can see tomorrow night. And the most recent video available right now is about how to be a tabletop RPG MPV. Little
MVP?
things you can do as a player to kind of go a little above and beyond. As well as check out the comments, because a lot of people have been adding great comments to that video. There.
All right. Anyone else?
I finally got around to posting this week's video earlier today because, why not do it all in one day? I was lacking inspiration until it came to me. And so this week's video is what to do when your players break your adventure. Because it's going to happen. This is what to do immediately when it happens, what to do later when it happens, and why you should, in the long run, thank them for doing it.
All right.
Other than that, tomorrow night, Deadlands. One person we haven't mentioned yet, sitting right next to me here. Penn gets to get abused tomorrow night as Jet, so we'll do that as well, plus a special guest. Plus a returning guest, plus people. So you have to tune in to see it all.
All right. I can't wait. Can't wait to see who that special guest is.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
I want to play poker with all of you people. I really do. There's not a decent liar at this entire table.
Oh.
Anyone else?
Come look at our YouTube. I do stuff there. It's Mercenaries of Mischief on YouTube. The link's in the chat. Charis beat me to it, you bugger, as Kevin would say. But yeah, I also saw Kevin's video earlier today. It was really good. So go check that out, or go check out his video on player types, because that was another one that made me swell with pride at hearing some of those. So
all right.
It is me now.
Yes. Go.
The person that it feels like this entire episode was centered on. I'm so sorry.
It's just your turn.
Yeah, no, look, everybody gets one.
I really look forward to Geese.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, when Daddy shows up, that's going to be fun. But yeah, nobody's going to get a word in edgeways probably for the whole episode. So.
If you enjoy me here, then definitely check me out at my blog, The Scarred Adventurer, because, if you haven't had enough of me, which really, after 3 hours of me, you should. But if you haven't had enough of me, please go out, check the dark recesses of my mind, of poetry, books, some of the stuff that Richard thinks, and a bunch more, and sporadic updates to come. I'm writing a bunch right now. There are going to be like 10 in one day, and then you're all going to be pissed off. So,
Excellent.
What's our phrase? Don't at me?
Yeah, do not at me, sir. You can at me all you want. Talk to me as much as you want. I've been told I'm a bit surly, though, so prepare yourself. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Please check out everybody's content that's going on. If you missed any episodes, feel free to catch up on our YouTube page, which, of course, is managed by Penn. It's doing a great job right now, so definitely check that out. Tune in on the 10th. For Mercenaries of Mischief, November 10th, we've got very special guest. Dingo Doodles will be coming on and playing her original character, Sips, just like, in the YouTube series. It's going to be really cool. She's going to be on the show playing Sips. It's going to be amazing. So definitely tune into that and check that out. And also check us out on Halloween. We'll be doing a special episode of a special game that our good friend Kevin has created all of his own mind. And we're going to be psychics moving through a haunted house, which I think was the plot for Rose Red, but that's okay. I'm on board.
I agreed to do this 4 days ago. I did not have a lot of time to steal stuff.
No, look, it's I'm one of 4 other people that saw Rose Red. But anyways, thank you so much for joining us. Definitely check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to play it. There's chaos will ensue, I assure you.
It always does. Yeah.
And be sure to check out the following week on Thursdays, because we will likely have our Clockwork Dominion game firing back up again, run by the game's creator and featuring myself. And
yes, I noted on that the next one of those is going to be the 14th.
On the 14th? Okay, tune in on the 14th for that one. But it features myself. Our producer, Jonathan, is going to be on there, as well as Alice and Alice/Jobetta/Sarah, however you know her. And we'll all be in there having a rollicky good time in our steampunk adventure. And I believe that's it.
Except for the weekly thank you, Puck.
Yes,
Very
you.
much.
Well,
Another great session. Thank you.
No problem, guys. Thanks for sitting tight in the bubble world.
Thank you for rolling a crit against me.
No problem. No, see you next time. Whenever the crit comes up, it's always on your go, man. I don't know what it is. But
everybody's got one.
I'm glad Kithri saved you. And I was trying to hint to cut the scaffolding. But anyways, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, until next time, class dismissed.
There's never a wine as ever as fine as made by a vineyard elf. RPG diddly dee and dee, don't fumble as you tumble to the shelf. Cider's made by a whole halfling, whiskey's made by a gnome. RPG diddly dee and dee, don't fumble as you tumble to your home. There ain't no beer that brings such cheer as made by an alehouse dwarf.